Hey there, beautiful people. It's Tim here, back again with another video. As I said before, I wanted this to be a conversation, and a mature conversation for those that can make it a mature conversation. And so, as my video got a lot of heat online, the main point that I can understand and sympathize with people is that they are disappointed, and disappointed in me. I understand why people have to feel that way, and they're making it quite personal, and I get it. But I think a good place to start, and well, to start continuing this conversation, if that's the main tone, is to let you know no one is as disappointed as I am that this didn't work out. The sacrifices I made for my beliefs, to commit to that lifestyle, to step away from a pretty decent career, making good money as an athlete, as a full-time parkour athlete, to move into a career as an activist, which really doesn't pay that well, and not someone who's getting supported to go speak or anything like that, to build a business in that. As I once said, I'd rather than buy shares in something, I invest my life into it. And I invested my life into veganism. While on the side, my health was slowly declining, while I wasn't able to do the athletic things that brought me joy in life. Slowly, health decline, had to step away from the sports and make life about veganism and activism, and started a business in that world. I had to move out of London to back to Derby to sustain myself in a business. When you create an ethical business, the profits are not the same. It's not a cushy life at all by any means. So I sacrificed a cushy life as a full-time athlete to create a business. Not just for people to pay me to go to create a business myself, actually put my graft into it, a vegan business, which was my livelihood, and beyond that, more importantly, more damagingly, so risk the livelihood of my friends, of the closest people around me that supported me, that had my back, and with that risk, with that, lost the respect from them. They've pretty much lost the friendship, lost all respect from a following which was parkour. I outcast myself from that community by being so outspoken about veganism, and then my health decline just straight up came out of that community into the vegan community. Built a following within that, or the following, I didn't build it myself. It came because of how passionate I spoke about it, and conviction, and how much sense it made to me. I was able to put that spirit and passion into what I was speaking. Built a following from that within YouTube and Instagram. And not that I've made a living. I've never made a living from YouTube. It's all, I had built the business to make my living from that, and not wanting to just be a YouTuber. Built that, and then sacrificed all of that. All the respect of most of you guys was at risk. For me to make this choice, to sacrifice my friends, their livelihood, my business that I built from the ground up, the respect of all of my audience, and then even having to face acceptance, that may even be the hardest part. Acceptance of the animal's death. To face that as someone who's been a vegan and understood it from the absolute core of it. To face all of that, no one is as disappointed or didn't want this to be the case as much as me. Trust me on that. No one wanted that to be the case. This is the hardest decision to come to terms with I've ever had to make. Why would I sacrifice my life for something, and then for veganism, just to give it away, just for food or something that people seem to think this is? It was incredibly tough decision, and yet I did it for my health. And I know you can look at me now and seem healthy, and I'm pretty happy and calm right now. I'm chill. Like I waited till I was in the right place to make this content, to talk about this so I was sure about this. But if you saw me months ago, I've been through it. I have really been through it with this decision. It's not been an easy decision. I am disappointed in veganism, in that it has failed, that I tried everything to make it work. To my belief system, I tried everything. Quickly moved in to the fringe work, the outside work to make it work. Can we just address this? Because people still get this twisted. And I even seen Plant-Based News share something recently, still blaming the fast. The fast saved my life. The fast cleared me. The fast freed me. The fast is not to blame. Drinking my urine is not to blame. That is the levels of desperation. I was dissatisfied with my health. My health was in decline. Seriously. And for people to say that I should just accept that and live with that, and that is yeah, someone's got cancer, you just tell, oh, let's just accept it. You're just searching for something. I'm sorry, I just won't accept my own declining health. That is the foundation of the pyramid, is my health. I'm sorry if that seems selfish to some people. I've had to choose the selfish route, because otherwise what's the point in being on this earth? What's the point in living here? If my health is just suicidal, I may as well just kill myself. But I've had to accept and come to terms with everything else. For my health, I sacrificed everything I built for my health because it's worked, because it's working. Because when I reincorporated animal products, it gave me everything that I expected and wanted and truly believed I would have got from every other thing that I tried. Now the urine, that worked. That worked, and I understand, I later learned since that recycles the proteins. So as a vegan, when it's harder to get the proteins, you're recycling it. And it was actually, there was healing. And that's why I continued it for 2 years. I didn't just do it going, oh, I read something online, let me just drink my piss. Well, I read it online, it's not doing much. I don't know if it worked as a vegan. Now since it's not been as necessary. But if you are vegan and you want methods to keep that up, to keep your nutrition there, that is one thing that worked for me. That's why I did it for 2 years. But I didn't do it because I felt fine. I did it because I didn't feel good, and I was looking into things that might work. Holistic healing, healing yourself, being in charge of your own healing, being empowered, not having to take little pills which are unnatural, going to natural methods. Because for me, this is about nature and finding the true nature and not fighting nature, and learning and understanding the laws of nature for myself as a life scientist myself, not as someone who just will watch a video of Dr. Greger online and go, oh, there's some studies gone on online that they say this has done this. Okay, cool, so therefore it's the truth. Yeah, I believed that for a bit, but then when I actually looked in the mirror and took note of what was going on, not always the case. So therefore I empowered myself to go, how does this stuff work in my own experience? As we all should do, is learn to listen to our own experience. That was the step I decided to make. I truly believed in it. And I'm truly disappointed that it is not the case, and I couldn't just continue my life with a business. Veganism is the biggest it has ever been. Why would I risk stepping away from something at the absolute peak as it's continuing to boom and grow? But when the health is the paramount. Health is more important to me. And when I found something that did work, and it stirred up my whole world, I took my time to be really sure before I released and spoke publicly about it. And I understand that for people, they have to make it about me and not about veganism. And that's cool. If that helps you get by and get on with your day, do that. But here's why I speak. I speak for those people that are out there that care about their own health, that may be suffering, that may be vegan through me and may be suffering, and I'm upholding their beliefs. That, well, Tim's vegan and healthy and fine. It's important that I stay true and transparent with this. I understand the power of one man's journey rather than a study of 1,000 people who you never know. You've never seen. It's just a bit of paper with some statistics on it. That's why I'm sharing this. Because there are lots of people that are vegan through what I've spoken about. And I've got to step back and say, I wasn't that healthy. And how many vegans are there that are spreading the vegan message that don't have health themselves? That aren't able to, if you are healthy and vegan, please do what you're doing for the animals, for the planet, great. Spread it, understand the nutrition. If it works for your body, do it. I tried everything to make it work for my body, and the universe has showed me a different set of beliefs and a different path at this time. Remove me from that. Remove me from the vegan community. Remove me from my friendship circles, my livelihood, everything, for the sake of my health. Because that is the one thing I came into this world with, my body and my health. And if that is failing, then I must be ignoring something in my nature at some point from my belief system. So therefore I had to be honest with myself. And so I speak for those other people out there that are having problems, that may in the future, this might not even be for you now, you might be shouting at your screen now, writing comments, blaming everything on the sun, because I've been that guy. Years ago I've been that guy, until my health started to decline, until I'm doing interviews and not able to feel like I'm speaking my truth. They're saying, oh, what benefits did you find when you went vegan? And I'm saying, repeating stuff, because I felt the benefits in the first 3 months, 6 months. Then I got hooked on it and continued to spread it for years. But the last few years I wasn't able to speak it or feel it in my heart, saying, oh yeah, felt better in my joints, my focus, recovered better. I'm saying this stuff in interviews feeling like, but I don't really feel it. And I can't do that anymore. I can't live that. I filmed for Game Changers. I've been on the cover of vegan magazines. I had to contact Game Changers, which is going to be the biggest vegan movie ever made by James. I think James Cameron's involved in it, whatever. I had to contact them and say, can you take me out of the movie? Because I don't want to bring heat to your thing. If I'm in the movie and then it comes out that I'm not vegan, that's going to bring heat. I had to tell them to pull me out of that. Tell Jamie Oliver's, when I filmed with them afterwards, I was like, it might be best to take me out of that. Take me out of that vegan episode that you're doing. I was in What the Health. You know, this is me losing the respect of thousands, tens of thousands of people in a community that I love, that I've always tried to be kind and support. If you've ever met me in person, I've tried to be understanding and listen. And this has been the hardest decision I've ever had to make. No one is as disappointed as me. And yet here we are. And yet I've been led by the universe, by following my own experiences, to a different place. It's as simplistic as this. I now see it as a necessity for me to consume animal products to remain healthy. That was the switch that flicked. As long as it's not a necessity to consume animal products, I don't believe we should. Now for me, I see it as a necessity. But for you, if it's not a necessity and you are healthy long term, it's important that we don't make it out to be as easy and as simple as just eating tofu instead of chicken or whatever. It's some real work that has to go into it. It's not as, we can't just say, yeah, go vegan, it's fine. I see all these vegan vloggers that they're all hitting Goji Man up for trying to get through it. Like, if you're not that healthy, how can you be on the BBC promoting the vegan message if you don't know how to make it work for yourself? It's not good for humanity. It's not good for humans. Because you once jumped into this with the best intentions, as I did. So as I said, I speak this for those people. If you're making it work, great, keep going. If you're struggling, stay open. I love you all. The journey continues. See you on the next one. Godspeed.
Wait a minute. This isn't my world. Disappear!